Thanks for staying with us. So the federal government has, in a new twist, announced that it will be closing 2 ramps of the Third Mainland Bridge for repairs with effect from today, November 6, 2023. This is coming barely 3 days after the Minister of Works, David Umahi, initially announced that the bridge will be closed on November 1st for a period of 3 months. Joining us right now on the show is the Commissioner for Transportation in Lagos, Mr. Seun Oshiyemi. Welcome to the show, sir.
Morning. How are you?
Yes, good to have you on the show. Please help us understand exactly what the closure will be about, because Nigeria's Third Mainland Bridge is a major route for many Nigerians. So we need clarity on where and how it will be closed.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been quite interesting seeing all sorts of communique out there that I would say have actually confused a lot of people. But it's an opportunity to clear that and to actually clarify what's happening. So the main bridge, which is the Third Mainland Bridge from Bagada all the way to the island, and also from Lagos Island all the way to Bagada will be opened. So technically what we're closing will just be the ramps. The ramp going from Oworo inbound Adekunle, and also the ramp coming from Lagos Island inbound Adekunle. I actually shared some video to show what's going on right now. As we speak, the ramps are presently being closed. I'm not sure if you can show.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah, so presently, our people are there with Federal Ministry of Works shutting those ramps. For the first 2 weeks, it's going to be actually for 5 weeks.
What?
First 2 weeks, we will be shutting the 2 ramps I mentioned, meaning Oworo inbound Adekunle and Island inbound Adekunle. But the Adekunle inbound Oworo and inbound Island will be open. So really, I don't think there's much to say than that. But the most important thing to state here is that the bridge itself will be open all through these 5 weeks. But the work on the bridge will only start in January. So all the stories of they're going to shut Third Mainland Bridge for 2 hours, they can't go home. I even heard some people saying they are relocating to the island because of work. There's really no need for that because the bridge will be open.
But the Adekunle inbound Oworo, that part, there's a really bad patch. Like that, it's really I think that's actually the worst. That's what he's telling me that it's open. So he's saying that from Adekunle inbound Oworo is open. Are you going to fix that at some point?
Oh yes, that's part of the plan. It's the second phase of the construction work within the 5 weeks that we're going to do that. But there's a palliative that will be done immediately to at least make it a lot more motorable. But once we're done with the first phase, which is in Oworo inbound Adekunle and Island inbound Adekunle, we'll get onto the other side, which is Adekunle inbound Oworo and Adekunle inbound Island.
Okay, so when it comes to road repair and closure, the challenge usually isn't just about the fact that it would cause inconvenience, but the management of the traffic that would happen after. So, during the repair work, the traffic management is the real work. Yeah. And it seems like, and once there's traffic, there's robbery. It's 5 and 6, and it's very present in Lagos State. Yep. I have to just say, because just before I went to Benin, I was in traffic. I saw police officers on the same bridge. Barely 2 minutes after the police officers, I saw drivers being harassed in the same traffic. So we're dealing with traffic management, we're dealing with security of lives during the traffic. What are you going to do as a ministry to ensure that there is free flow of traffic, ensure that people are not disobeying, going one way, or doing siren and disobeying and causing more gridlock, and finally ensuring that security presence is spread across anywhere there is traffic to avoid robberies taking place?
Thank you very much. The ministry is actually working with other security personnel to ensure full presence at all times. In addition, we've deployed, I'll say, over 100 traffic officers to the area to complement those already there. Where also the Ministry of Transport has set up a team that would ensure that all of these personnel are doing their work dutifully. Also, we've put in place towing vehicles that would evacuate cars, broken down vehicles, if there's any need to evacuate them. We know that the challenge that comes with traffic is also security. So like I said earlier, we're also working with other security personnel to ensure the safety of Lagosians.
Okay.
Okay, so the Eko Bridge was shut down because of the Akpongbo issue just this year, at the beginning of this year. Sorry, more than this year, but we reopened this year. And I saw that there was poor traffic management on that Qatar end. That was the alternative for those going through Costain. It was an island. I hope that, you know, you have a tighter traffic management preparing for January. That will be when the Third Mainland will face full work. Or what exactly would you be doing different this time, you know, from what we saw in the past?
Okay, thank you. We all know that life is a learning curve. All the mistakes made during those periods, of course, will be corrected. And if you notice the way we're even going about the repairs of the Third Mainland Bridge, it shows a lot of management. By the time we're done with the ramps, we'll create enough time for us to be able to move on to the main bridge. Whilst that is going on, we're also doing palliative works to ensure that the co-bridge area is properly sorted out in areas of palliative where we need to quickly do some little fixes here and there. The co-bridge was actually shut last week as well. Saturday/Sunday was opened this morning, just to quickly fix the expansion towards the Alaka Costain area. So we are very mindful of the need to put the alternative route in place and very monitorable before we engage or before we start the rehabilitation work on the Third Mainland Bridge.
Yeah, so actually the alternative routes was going to be my next question, because as we know, the Third Mainland Bridge is a heavily plied bridge, especially in the morning hours, like rush hour. And usually when there's work going on in that area, that whole thing ends up on my side of town, which is the Western Avenue. Everybody's there. So I just want to know what you're putting in place on the alternative routes, you know, to ensure for free flow of traffic. Just basically that, you know, this is not where work is being done, but we'll definitely see more traffic in this area. But we also need it to be well managed also.
Yes, like I said, we have between now and January to fine-tune on all of the things that we need to do to put in place. Fortunately, we also we opened the Oyinbo Bridge yesterday, which also would assist in the area of traffic management and enhance traffic. We are putting a lot in play, you know, and working in conjunction with Federal Ministry of Works to ensure that the alternative routes that we'll be using during the main repair in January would all be in a motorable state. And I can promise Lagosians would ensure that the experience is one that we can work with.
Okay, Mr. Commissioner, Nigerians like when we see our leaders, you know, giving us okay, if you live in Commercial Avenue, if you want to get on Third Mainland Bridge, you don't go there, you go this way, you go that way. If you're living here, you know, because I have 10 blocks here, I have 2 officers there, you know, details, you know how we see in the movies, you know, they can give you all the connections, the 2 meters, go here, then you drive, you know. Could you just give us a semblance of something like that? Like, okay, if I live in Yaba right now, in Murit, in Hababakali, where do I go? How do I get to the island without entering Third Mainland Bridge?
Okay, let me give you an example. This morning, we actually put a diversion sign. I also sent that video to you for this closure that we're having today, informing Lagosians that, look, if you're going to get on the Third Mainland Bridge and your destination is the Butemeta area, please do not get on Third Mainland Bridge, because what that does is you have to go all the way before you make a U-turn, you know. Beyond that, we've done a lot of advocacy, trying to tell people, if you're coming from, let's say from Bagada, and your destination is Ebutemeta, there's no point going through Third Mainland now because there's no way there. So you need to make a detour and go around Antony and get on the Ikorodu Road, access Jibo, and then bang, you get to about Macaulay Way, and then you get your desired destination. If you're coming from Oshodi Expressway, for example, and you're going to Bitumeta, best bet is get down Ilupeju, get on the Ikorodu Road, and then you get to Bitumeta. I mean, the Third Mainland Bridge, like I state today, as of today and the next 5 weeks, is only for those that are going from Lagos, from Oworu Bagada, all the way to the island.
Okay.
Because there will be no drop down at any point. Let
me put you on hold quickly because I'm told that Engineer Kesha is on and she would like to join the conversation. So let's go on a short break and we'll bring her on. Thank you.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right.